Hey folks, Steve here. Quick video, and just wanted to comment on, and probably it's in the title, as far as batteries go. I have for a while now just grabbed a tool at random. I have been buying these Waitley DeWalt batteries, if you will. They fit DeWalt tools. I have a number of them now. Matter of fact, I can tell you, because I keep track of all of my batteries. They're right there, and I've actually numbered them just because I can, because I get them in so infrequently that it's able to just number them and keep track. So this one, like for instance, is number 17, and under the 6 amp hour, which is almost, I have a more 6 amp hour than anything else. Lo and behold, number 17, no, I'm sorry. It's a 5 amp hour, and number 17 is right there under the 5 amp hour. So, and it has a W saying, hey, number 17 is Waitley, and so there you go. So it's Waitley, and most of mine are 6 amp hour. Not quite sure where I ended up with a 5 amp hour, but they work the same as far as they have the indicator light. Right there it is. This one I actually have just on my flashlight. I have never had a problem with these batteries. Matter of fact, I had one battery that came off of a tool, or the tool fell. The top of the battery shattered, and I was able to superglue, cyanoacrylate. I was able to superglue it together, and the thing still charges and it works. So I simply have that right here. This is the busted battery, but it will charge. Right there, yep. And I have it on this adapter, and I have a USB cord, and this activates when I'm not plugged into shore power. I have a small strip of LEDs that's enough to light the trailer without me having to use a flashlight even. So, why not? And it's a great use for that battery, because other than charging it and then putting it right back there in my battery bank, or my battery cabinet, I guess, that, it's going to live right there. So the word is, for me, my personal experience with the level of construction that I am doing, which during the summers is daily, 8-10 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, sometimes 7 depending on the project, and then after school weekends where it's 2-3 hours a night, and then on a weekend it could be up to 10 hours on a Saturday, because that's the only hours I can get, and I do like to get paid. So I can say that I'm confident buying these Waitley batteries. I watched a few battery comparisons on the knockoffs, and the Waitley was the one that won that contest. And I had already had a couple. I had a couple of the other, now I'm going to be hard-pressed to find them. Here's one. Right here. I have no idea where this came, well, I know I got it from Amazon, but I have no idea the kind of battery it is. Yeah, it's not even telling me down here, right there, that's the information on the battery. Otherwise, that's all it's telling me. It looks just like a Waitley. It looks just like a DeWalt battery. As far as just the physical casing, I haven't bothered to do an absolute detailed, and I certainly haven't opened these things up. But with that being said, I've even had good luck with those, but I have very few of these. I may have 2 or 4 of these that I bought in a couple of 2-packs. Otherwise, it's Waitley, and I can't say that I've ever had a problem with any of them. And so I love the DeWalts. I probably, right now, I'm maybe 50-50 DeWalt batteries and knockoffs. If you combine the 2 or 4 yellow ones and all the Waitleys that I have on DeWalt, 50-50. I love DeWalt batteries. I'd prefer to have all DeWalt batteries just because it says DeWalt on the thing and it matches the tool. And it's very important that the battery matches the tool. But beyond that, it's just they're more expensive, and I do not see, between all the DeWalts I'm running and all of the knockoff batteries that I'm running, I'm not finding an issue. And if one of these batteries goes down, this was less expensive than the Waitley, that it's easier to replace. So I can afford to replace these twice as often and I haven't found I need to replace these things yet. So I'm going to say kudos to knockoff batteries. I would do the research, find somebody who has really done some tests where they're actually measuring voltage, current, and battery life, and they're looking at the battery codes themselves and comparing draw amperage and all of these things that I frankly I'm not set up to test, and I don't want to. As a science teacher, I love that kind of thing, but I'm not interested in conducting a science experiment here to talk about the engineering and comparison capacity of these batteries to each other. Others are doing that, and they're doing a fine job. So hey, kudos to the knockoff batteries. Do your research and make sure that you're getting a quality knockoff battery, something that's going to last you. And if it's more like a weekender kind of a thing, then you can probably go with even less expensive than maybe something like this one, which is less expensive than the Waitley, and still go with your DeWalt tools. But if you're weekending and you're running some serious DeWalt tools, like $150, $200 drill kits, $300, things like that, and all of these things, I haven't found a really inexpensive DeWalt tool yet, because they are made for professionals, just like Milwaukee, Makita, Bosch, and all the other colors, right? So if you're running professional tools, then go with the right battery for them. But I have had wonderful luck with these, with everything that I've done. Now, I have not bothered to try and buy a knockoff 60-volt flex battery like these. I know they have them now. I have seen them. I don't know. I do have one of these 9 amp hour batteries that has gone bad on me, and I watched a Ron Paulk and a couple of other videos on how you can bring your battery back. Ron Paulk found that you couldn't, no matter what he tried with everything that he researched and all the tricks on the internet. His batteries didn't come back, his one. And I tried a lot of those tricks and my battery did not come back either. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm not going to worry about it. But to replace this is like a $200 battery, and maybe I'll try the knockoff and just find that. I run these in my track saw. I run these in my 60-volt flex blower. I also have a 60-volt flex grinder, and there may be one other tool in here. Oh, I know. It's that great big, you can't see it sticking out of there. It's that joist drill that I have. It's kind of like a whole hog, except it's the long, thin version of the whole hog. And so that's 60-volt flex. So I actually have more 60-volt flex tools than I have batteries for. And the contrary is true. I have more of these by 2 or 3 than I have tools for these things to go on. So technically, I always have a couple of spares. Well, have a good day. Knockoff batteries, yay. DeWalt batteries, yay. Anybody's professional tool line, yay. So hopefully you're having a good time with it. Thank you. Take care. Have a good time with whatever you're doing. And I got no better ending. So hey, take care.